Hello sweet friends, my name is Birdie and I'm your friendly neighborhood forest witch, and in celebration of Imbolc next week, in today's video I want to craft my own Brigid doll. So I was on Pinterest browsing different things and this beautiful wool Brigid doll came up. Now in today's video I won't be making a wool one, I'll be making one out of cloth, but it took me completely down a rabbit hole of these gorgeous Brigid dolls, and oh my goodness, this wool one is so beautiful. Unfortunately I'm on a low buy year, so I can't purchase it from Etsy like I want to, but maybe next year. But I thought instead, I will just make my own. So in a couple videos ago, I had used old clothing and turned it into different things. If you missed that video, I'll link it up above here. Definitely go check that out. It was a super cool video, but I still have some material left from that video that I want to use up. So I thought it would be perfect to use it for this Brigid doll. So that's what I'll be doing in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I've been sewing projects here and there for, I'd say, the past 25 years, but I am still not an expert sewer in the least. I have never made any sort of doll before, other than that little mouse from the craft kit that I did for my ancestor altar. But yeah, no sort of doll, so I'm just going to be winging it. This is just more for fun rather than a tutorial. But here are my materials. So I have this really pretty green shirt that I thought would make for a beautiful green dress for Brigid. Then I also have this shirt here, and it's got this gorgeous lace. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet. Maybe as embellishments for the green dress, or maybe I could even do some sort of apron. And then I also have this really pretty beaded material that one of my subscribers has sent me, and unfortunately I haven't had the chance to use them yet, but maybe that's a good thing because I feel like they are going to be absolutely perfect for my Brigid doll. Then for her beautiful red hair, I've chosen this yarn here. And then for the body, I'm just going to use this cream colored linen. Now, I've seen the dolls done two ways. So the first way is the head is separate from the body and then you sew them on. And then the other way is that everything is already connected, kind of like a gingerbread man or the poppet that I had made in a previous video. So the little mouse that I had made, that you had to sew the head onto the body. And I don't know what it was, but I found that to be so difficult. So I think I'm going to do the other way of just having the head already attached to the body, but instead of doing chunky limbs, I'm going to do more of the shape of a doll body. So I have this vague memory of when I was younger at my Mimi's house, there was this cloth doll. It was all white and it had slim arms and legs, and there was no face on it, no clothing. It might have had a little bit of detail on it or embroidery, I'm not sure. I believe my great-grandmother had made it. So I'm going to be basing the body off that specific shape for this. So let's go ahead and trace it out, cut it out, and then we can start sewing it. Okay, so I have her all cut out and pinned. Now I did double the layers because this linen is kind of thin. So I do have 4 pieces of linen here. So now I'm going to use my sewing machine and just sew her up, but I'm going to leave a little hole maybe in the head or in her side, so we'll still be able to fill her. And if you don't know how to sew or don't want to sew, you could definitely use fabric glue for this as well. Okay, so I have her all sewed up other than this little part here where we're gonna turn her right side out and then stuff her. So I'm just gonna use this chopstick to help us out here. But let me tell you what, I have never sweated so much from sewing, trying to go around these corners. Oh my word. Have you ever been working on a project and you just start sweating using your sewing machine? Like, am I just ridiculous or what? I swear. But anyways, this was supposed to be a stress-free project, but, you know, your girl has anxiety, so here we are. Anyways, I'm just going to turn her right side out, and then I think instead of using glue to glue her hair on, I'm going to try to sew it while I have the seam open and see how that works. But yeah, this is probably going to take a while, so once I do this, I'll come back on and then we can put the hair on her. Okay, so I finally got her turned right side in. So now I'm going to start putting the hair on her. So I think what I'm going to do is take several strands of this yarn at a time and I'll cut them to length. And then take the thread and just sew these strands in the middle here to let them hang down. And I think for the back, I'm going to do multiple rows just to, you know, give it some depth. And then I'll do some strands in the front here as well. So this is going to take a while. So let me get this done and then we can come back on and finally fill her and make the clothes. Okay, so her hair is finally done, and I actually only did the top part seam. I didn't do any in the back, and this is a lot of hair. So that's why I decided not to do layers in the back as well, because I'm just going to part it down the middle here and then put some over towards the side here and then the rest in the back, and I think it'll still look really nice. So I had this old pillow that I just cut up, and I'm going to use the polyfill from that to fill her up. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can sew her closed. And this is how the doll is looking after I've stuffed her. I think she's looking pretty good. And now for the fun part, which is crafting the clothes. So just ignore my lack of artistic ability here, but I did a rough sketch of how I want the clothes to turn out. So I want her to have some bell sleeves and then an apron here. And then I thought those beads would look pretty along the neckline. So let's go ahead and construct this, and then we can look at the final reveal. And this is how my Brigid doll turned out. I think she is so pretty, and I actually did a lot better than what I thought I would. Like, holy cow. I put some charms in her hair with little braids. Like, aren't these just darling? Oh my goodness. And then the beads hanging down from her collar. And I even made her a little Bridges cross. Oh my goodness. And the apron. And I just cannot believe that all of this, besides her body here, was all made, well, and her hair, was all made from old clothes. Like, isn't this just darling? I absolutely love this. I don't know, y'all. I think it turned out a lot better than what I expected. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got some inspiration to make a Brigid's doll of your own for Imbolc coming up. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, friends. Bye.